Hey guys, it's your girl Renee, and I'm out in the black and white garden because I wanted to show you that I put up my fall flag right there. Isn't that cute? Put it right next to my wheelbarrow so it'll look beautiful. And as I was putting up my flag, this is what I noticed. Look at this. Tails and his girlfriend been over here digging in this one planter here. Thank goodness I didn't put any onions or anything, but this is just a little tip that people think that onions deter squirrels. Nope. Look at that. Here's the evidence right here. See all them holes over there? And then this is where I planted my garlic. Look at that. They done been over here, have dug up one of my garlic. There's holes there. There's holes right there. So I got to go ahead and plant this garlic back in here. And I'm going to have to put some kind of wire or something over this bed because that is not stopping them. And then over here, remember, I planted some garlic over here. Look, they've been over here digging too, but I don't see any of my garlic being dug up. So I just smooth that over and let them do what they do. But I see that they've been over here. I had some tulip bulbs here, like this one right here. I had some tulip bulbs. Look at that. Then I've already dug up one of my tulip bulbs there. One right there. So they have been some busy squirrels over here. So I got to put those back in the soil, cover them up. But the reason why I came out here today was, look, this is what I was going to do today. All right, Q, I watched your video the other day when you were putting in your potatoes. And these are some potatoes that I had in the house and they sprouted. So I said, I am going to amend my soil and I am going to put these potatoes in the ground. Look at that. See, they've got the little shoots and stuff coming out. And I'm not going to cut these potatoes. I am just going to stick them in the pot and we are going to see what happens to these potatoes. So I'm going to stick them over here in the black and white garden and I'm going to put them in those three black containers, right there, there, and there. And we're going to see how they do. So let me get set up. Let me get that soil all together. And then we're going to plant these potatoes in there. And we're going to see what happens. Because you never know. Like you said, Q, you don't know. You just got to plant them and see what happens. So experiment. I'm gonna dig them deep. So in the wintertime, they will be insulated really well. And I'm going to put some leaves on top of them. Because, child, look at this. I got enough leaves over here in my garden to do that. So I'm going to put some leaves over the top. When I come over here and rake this area up, or when I take my lawnmower and I do some mulching over here, I can just put some of those mulch leaves on top of these buckets and we'll go from there. And then hopefully in the spring, I will see some of these potatoes pop up and I'll know that, hey, at least they're trying to grow. So like you said, Q, I know what a potato looks like when it's growing. So I'll put one label in there to remind me that those buckets have some potatoes in them. But when they start coming up, I'll be happy just to see them growing. Be like, woohoo, I got an opportunity to get some free potatoes. So let's get these things planted and let's get rocking and rolling. All right, you guys, so let's get this bucket together and get these potatoes in there. I got to do some raking too. I got to find a good day to do some raking because these leaves are like everywhere. There ain't no spiders over here. I don't mind the spiders, but just stay in your lane. Some of this stuff out of here. Too bad. Some of this left over. So soil. What that is, but we're gonna take it out, whatever that is. I'm gonna put some. I already got this stuff amended pretty good. I'm just gonna loosen the soil up some. So when these potatoes get down deep, I want to make sure they're well insulated. Still have these pea pellets here. That has the soil in here. I'm gonna throw that in there too. I'll get this soil right. Dig down deep. I don't know how many. I'll probably be able to do 2 buckets. Another one of those pea pellets. Those are these pea pellets that I'm talking about. You see that? See these? Gonna just open it up and put the contents of that soil in there. Shoot. We gotta use whatever soil we have. I got a bag over here. Let's see if there's any soil in here in this bag. Or is this trash? Okay. No? Looks like soil. So we'll put a little bit of this soil in here. We'll use some here. And we'll use some in that other container. So I think I could probably get 2 containers of potatoes in there. All right. I got some of that muriatic potash in here. So let's see how many I can get in here. So let's see. We could do 1, 2, 3 there, and we can probably get 1 more small one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because I'm going to put it. And then we could probably put 1 more here. So I'll put 4 in this one. And then I'll put 3. See? I'll put these 3 in that other bucket. All right, so let's get these planted nicely in this container. We move this trellis thing back a little bit. Move you back in the back. Okay. Stay there. All right, so let's get these potatoes in here. So I'm gonna go deep. Oop, let me get this potato. I'm trying to cover it. I don't want to mess up the little roots. I'm gonna get them down deep. So I can stick this one here. Down in there deep. That's 1. And I'm gonna cover him up. The next one, put this one in the middle. I should put it on the side. Yeah, we'll go in a circle. Down deep. 2. Look at this. See tails, nuts. Look at this. That's why I know they've been over here digging. See his nut? That's 2. And then put 1 over here. A little bit deeper. There we go. Push it down in there. Cover it up. And then this last one, we're going to stick right here in the side. Right here. Way deep. Get in there and grow, baby. Alright, so we got those potatoes in there. And like I said, I will amend it with some leaves. I'll put some leaves and stuff on there. Because I'm only going to do 2 buckets. So I'll put this tag here to let me know I got potatoes there and we're going to have potatoes on this other side. All right, you guys can see me on that side. So let's get this one done. Do that. And use the rest of that soil. Make sure there ain't no spiders around here. Move this to the back. What did I have growing in here last season? I had some cucumbers. Cucumbers. All right. Let's get this. Put that down there. Loosen up this soil. Look at this. Tell you, when you dig in your soil, you be finding all kinds of stuff. What's this? Look at this, you guys. Look what I found in there. Look like a point of like a pin or something. Hey, when you're a gardener, you find all kinds of things. All right, let's get these 3 potatoes in here. All right, so they'll be able to grow. All right, so I got this big one. I'm going to stick that one right here. What's this? Root. Down low. How low can we go? Stick that one down there. Cover that up. And then this one, I'll stick on this side. All right. Put that there. Cover that up. And get our last one. We'll stick it here. When the snow hit it, child, we want to make sure it's well insulated. Stick that there. All right, cover that up. All right, it's all in there. Woohoo! Put a little bit of the soil on the top that I got left. Give it some extra loving. And there we go. Woohoo! That is done. Now make sure you get all the soil out of this bag. We paid too much money not to get all this soil and use all this soil out of this bag. All right, potatoes, you are tucked in and ready to go. Let me get this ticket. I'll just stick this here to let me know. Hey, I think I got a pen in my pocket. Yeah, I do. Let me write potatoes on here real quick. See, gardener is always prepared. So I'm going to write potatoes on here. I'll put November and 2025. All right, stick that in there. All right. We are done with that. Woohoo! I can cross that off the list. My onions that I ordered from Dixondale, they should be rocking and rolling coming in this week. So I'm so excited about that because, you know, I order Dixondale onions every year. So excited, you guys. So let me show you. I think what I'm going to do now is, well, I don't have to show you that on camera. I was going to just do some cleanup of these containers that I have left, like that one on the end back there. I got that to clean up. I got some baby Swiss chard that's trying to grow in that one. And then those two containers was supposed to have some sweet potatoes. So let's go over there and see if there's any sweet potatoes in there. Let's go see. All right, you guys, I had put some sweet potatoes in there. Remember those couple of slips that I had? And I don't know if they're going to amount to anything, but let's dig around and see what we can see. You know, I've already purchased my sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving, and I had some sweet potatoes from last season that I didn't use them all. So let's get to digging and see what we can find over here. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. No guarantee. There ain't no spiders over here. Let me see. Oh, I got a little bit of something. Look at that, you guys. I got a little bit of something over sweet potato. I got that one. Let me go get my bowl. All right, let's see. Got a little small little something. And not the biggest thing, but a sweet potato. I can wash and I can roast those. Those small ones, hey, food is food, regardless of what size they are. So let me show you. And I wasn't even going to do no harvesting today. So we got these. Throw those in there. And see what else we can find. We'll put this bucket down here. It's a little baby one. That's not much of anything. And that little one. Little baby one. I'm going to roast this and eat this with my dinner tonight. I don't know if there's anyone down deep. Let's see. And a little baby one. There's another one. I didn't even really buy a lot of sweet potato slips because I didn't think that any of these would grow. And I was late on getting my sweet potatoes, so I'm just gonna goof around and see. And anything I leave in here, shit, they may grow next season. Let's take over here on this side a little bit. Here. This little one. Little baby harvest one. Not the biggest. But hey, we get what we get, right? No, I think that's it. Bunch of you know who's nuts down here. Alright. Yep, I think that's all we got down here. Little bitty slips. Ain't even worth showing you guys. Alright. Yep, that's all I see. Yep. I don't think there's nothing down deep in there. Alright. Just got that little bit. And these were the Beauregards sweet potatoes. Beauregards. Beauregards. Alright. That's it. Let me show you this little haul of these sweet potatoes. Not much, but hey, we'll take it. Because I only put like 3 slips in there anyway. It wasn't like a bunch of sweet potatoes. So let's walk over here. Alright, so that's our sweet potato haul. It's like a dinner for one person. I can just wash these up, steam them, and then I can have these with my baked chicken tonight. Woohoo! So I'm gonna enjoy these sweet potatoes. I may let them wait. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow because I want to give them some time to get the sugars to come out of them. So, all right, guys. So that's our sweet potato haul. It was an unprompted harvest, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? And we did it. So we planted our potatoes. We did a little harvest of our sweet potatoes, and I think it'll be time to harvest this this winter choy because it's starting to look good. Some of it has, some bug bites and stuff on it, but y'all, you can pull that off. And then I'll just saute it and get it ready for the skillet. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because I had a blast out here. It's always great to come out here on a beautiful day to get some work done and enjoy your time. Let you guys watch me talk to you. Have a great time out here, enjoying this fall weather and seeing what you can get done in your garden still, because before you know it, there'll be snow on the ground and your girl won't be able to get out here and do any of this gardening. So I'm going to try to make the best of it. And like I said, my onions should be rolling in soon. And then we'll be planting those out. Supposed to be this week. Fingers crossed that they come this week and we can get them in the raised beds, because I'm going to be pulling stuff out of that raised bed. And I'm going to be getting it prepped and ready for my onions so they can stay in that raised bed throughout the winter. And then in spring, it should be looking pretty good. I'm looking around to see all the other jobs I need to get done, but majority of my stuff that I needed to get done, I pretty much got it all done. I just need to get these leaves raked up, and that, that's a all day thing with, raking leaves. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. These leaves, look at that. I still got to rake that. I still have those leaves to do. And then I have all those leaves. And then, like I told you over here, but in the black and white garden, I need to get these raked up and put on top of my potatoes and my onions when I get them in the ground. All right, guys. So have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. And your girl, Renee, will see you in the next video. I'll let you see a little sneak peek of what my winter choy is looking like. That's my Swiss chard that I thought wasn't going to do well. It's done really well. And then that's a bucket of Swiss chard. I got some in that one, some in that one, and that one. And then we also have some Swiss chard, don't forget, up in on the deck garden. All right, I'll be cooking these up and bring you guys along with me when I do that cooking video. All right, guys, take care. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, it's still time to grow some food for your family and friends. Drop them seeds. Get the seeds that are cold hardy and can tolerate some cold, and you be good to go. All right, drop them seeds, you guys. I'm showing the results of dropping your seeds and looking what you're getting. Look, I got winter choy that is geared for this time of the season. Drop, 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 so you can eat, eat, eat. All right, guys, take care.